So welcome everyone. How are we all doing? So I will be beginning in a few moments. If no one comes onto the live, I will just begin some readings, and this will be for everyone. Hope everyone can hear me okay. If you're stuck and feel lost in direction or find it hard to see through the trees, come think of what the saying is now: for the trees of the flowers. So sometimes we just need a bit of guidance, a bit of spiritual guidance, whether it's us connecting to a loved one or just talk to, or even just in relationships as well. So it's about understanding other people, what other people go through as well. As empaths, as any psychic reader, we have to separate ourselves to be able to help a person. But we all go through so many things within our lives that we get triggered all the time. And we may understand one point in that moment, but then we start to go back to the human experience, living within too much into the human self. You have to think we get conditioned by society, and a lot of things around us is an illusion, and it's about sci-fiing that illusion and understanding who we are, why we're here, and it's about remembering who we truly are, our authentic self. Don't be something that you've tried to be for so long. We're always limiting ourselves, saying we can't have this, but I'll be happy and I'll settle for that. So we're not truly living our dream or our passion. When we truly do something we love, it will feel there is no work to do. It will feel, it won't even feel hard work. And that depends on what sort of thing you're doing, which is your dream, or your dream job, or hobby, or something you've always wanted to do. And that resonates with the heart center. Do what you love. For what you love reaps great rewards. Like we'll feel you're not even putting any hard work in. Because when we love something, we do something, we're not really overworking ourselves. And it is about bringing them new peak experiences, bringing them new pathways. Every pathway we take, guys, to what job we take, defines what journey we're actually going to take within our lives. If we go for one certain job, we could have took a different journey from if we did another different job, which was not the same as that. You see, things and within our lives, it takes us on a different journey. Our thoughts can also take us on a different journey. Think a thought for so long, you repeat it and repeat it, becomes natural. We tend to think and repeat the same mistakes. Yes, we will learn by the mistakes, but that is when we have got to the point where it becomes so deep. We lose faith within ourselves, not believing in ourselves enough. We tend to give up too easily. We need to hold that strength in us. Sometimes if we don't understand something, best thing you can do is take a few deep breaths and not just react straight away, because we're not really thinking. We're not really making the best decision for our own well-being as well. And that always depends on what situation or what things you're actually going through at the time. There are lucky people out there who don't go through many things because they're lucky. But everyone goes through something within their lives. These can be triggers, or we can feel tested. But it's about trying to understand, because what we go through in life are nothing but illusions. We've been lied to. Things that you've always had in your heart, that motivation, determination, that strength, and that inner courage, inner peace. And the things you always knew was to be true within your heart, was actually true. But it's the people and the things around us that define us. We're trying to define who we truly are. But we're doing it the wrong way. You need to do it on the spiritual self, not on the physical. We say we understand one thing, but we don't listen to that advice. A reason factor is because our human ego, even though our heart says, yep, he may be right, but our gut feeling, our ego still wants to give that person a chance, or whatever that situation was. Because we live too much into the human experience, and our mind's so busy, we live a busy life, so therefore things become so confused, because the human self can't comprehend what that actually means. And that's why we have to properly go through these processes for the human self to understand. So where one would understand spiritual, kindness, empathy, a lot of sidekicks, they block someone. But really, why would you block someone? If you're the sidekick and you're the spiritless, you're the person meant to radiant, calm and kindness and bringing well-being into people's lives. Psychics shouldn't block the person, because it shows the human ego and shows they're coming away from that calm self, that loving self. And it's about raising our energies and not bringing in the human experience. Yes, sometimes we need the human experience to kick us up the backside and to actually give us a little bit of doubt, because that is survival instinct within ourselves. But living too much into the human self can kind of bring more triggers. But I always talk about what we think and feel we create. And a lot of people don't really want to listen to it when you're doing readings, but that's the most important thing you could ever have, is to understand how to change our thoughts and to match those thoughts with our emotions. When we match those with the universe. And it's about saying the right things, bringing in love. It's not about bringing ourselves down and saying bad things about ourselves, but more lifting our spirit and saying loving things about ourselves, not listening to people. Yes, there's negative people out there, but there's different kinds of levels of negativity. There's evil people, there's people who go through things and they do things without realising. And then we think that they're horrible people. They're not. They may just be going through something. And even though how bad it may seem, if they've done something to someone, these are life experiences we all go through. And it's always a choice and free will we get to decide within ourselves. But we don't get to control the things we think we get to control. There's always a limit within that. But we can control our own lives by creating that new peak experience, that abundance within oneself. Hi there. How are you doing? And that is a form of channeling, because when you can't stop, it goes in the flow. So I will talk about more channeling in another video. That's why I couldn't just stop, you see. I got myself in the flow. Thoughts of spirit communication is never the same as our communication. It's very, very similar, so it is very hard to spot. They will put it through in our tone, so we won't know the difference between the voice, but it will be in a different personality, very slightly. Are you still here? Is that your name, Lonely? How are you doing? I'll just wait for your reply. I think the most important thing is to understand is creating around us. Sometimes we just get so stuck into the human experience, and it's that we need to understand to be able to change something, even if it's hard, but to know that we tend to try and change things all at once. And it is a thing where we have to let go of certain things gradually, and we call them baby steps. And this can take years, weeks, months, always depending how long you've actually thought that for, because when we think a thought, we charge it up with very similar thoughts every 17 seconds. And every 17 seconds we think that same thought, we create that turmoil of that starting of overthinking. And that's what creates that resistance. And in a few moments I will be doing a reading. So this is going to be for twin flames and soulmates. And next video I will do the tarot, and next video I'll do a mixed reading. So for all twin flames we have this card, and it says here, Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And that do show if there are twin flames and not together, there are a connection that two people coming together. So there is a close bond within the spiritual, which the divine, the energy within yourself, that attraction, that magnetic pull is drawing you twin flames and soulmates far way closer than they was before. But as twin flames and soulmates, because they're very deep connections, people who are in twin flame and soulmate connection, it do show, as well as let there be like this closeness and then bonds and that connection, but also you need space and time, and that free. With twin flame soulmates, because they're so connected with the soul, they can't be together too much. It's like being in someone's face all the time. But then we have the card of romance. Romance, Cupid, arrow, strike. So that shows they are coming closer. And some of you may be reuniting as well into the physical. If this isn't into the physical, this would be into the spiritual, which will allow it to be manifested into the physical. Some of you may have twin flame or soulmate in spirit, and they're letting you know they're beside you, giving you their love, and that they love you very much. And then we have the twin flame coming. Your passion and night. So yeah, there are a lot of twin flames coming together. There have been a lot of pains, all that turmoil, all that then triggers. All these triggers are now being released. Twin flames and soulmates starting to be more on their energy levels, and they've had to go through that hardship, them triggers, and they had to understand the separation, what it took. As we go on to the next card. Yes, and this card is all about balance, bringing balance and harmony and well-being into one's life. It says here, balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one where both supports and challenges. So there is a lot of balance that's taking place, and a lot of things have been brought up. So try and relax more, try and get out, be in nature, try and raise your vibration, bring balance. It's about looking after your health, looking after yourself, not allowing all these triggers from other people, and not allowing them to get into our energy, if we would say. Archangel Michael would like to say that he's brought in loads of protection at this time. He knows how hard it's been in this world just recently, and there are good things coming these days. And we all need that strength and courage, because what is to come is going to be the most challenging. There's going to be wars, there's going to be things be brought up in people that's never been brought up. There's a lot of strange things that's going to take place, guys. So we need to keep that strength and keep close to our loved ones, and know that we are loved, and that the angels are doing their best to create that abundance, that love around us. But we all need to open our hearts and bring a healing into this world. And there is something going to happen within the divine. So the next card, we have close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstance you currently find yourself in. So it's about you deserve all that happiness. You want all that happiness, but there's just certain blocks within yourself because in the past you've been hurt. And there's that fear of opening your heart once again. But you have to tell yourself that you deserve it. And when you say that to yourself, doors will start to open even more. As we go on to the next card, and this is for everyone. So if anyone can take it, then that's fantastic. If we all could like and subscribe, that would be brilliant. And then time, there's some of you twin flames going to be needing time. You're trying too hard, give it time. So some of you twin flames and soulmates are trying too hard within the relationship, and that's just going to pull the relationship or the twin flame or soulmate a bit further back. And we call these runners and chasers. It's a lot of triggers that can be brought up. So if we go on to this card, this is about accepting the current circumstance. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. So it's about accepting the change, accepting that there are certain things we can't change. And if we go with the flow with nature, go with our heart, not within the ego human self, because it's a human self that gives us these triggers and creates this turmoil. I love this card. The dove symbolizes hope, love. And it says here, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Though turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So this card is about love, blessings, and it's also an angel sign, because any kind of feathers or birds is resonance from the angels letting you know that they are around you, bringing in that love, comfort, protection. And in those time and needs, know that they are protecting you, they are bringing in new things, but they can't really do much on the energy of resistance or the energy of anxiety, anxiousness, or any kind of low vibration. So when we're at our best and when we're in that loving moment, that excited moment, that's when we will feel them the most. Then we have the card surrender. Don't allow yourself to be too attached to the things that you can't have, or being attached to too many things, whether this is a relationship you're too attached to, or holding to attachments within yourself, within the ego, within the human self. And it says here, at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. It's about releasing the old to allow the new to come in. And reflection, looking in the mirror, looking within ourselves. It's not about the outside reflection, it's about the inner self. Is there something that's triggering you? Is there something that you can do to better the outcome? Reflection, give each other some time and space at moments, trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So is your twin flame or soulmate making you look and reflect within yourself? Are they bringing up certain things that are making you question life or making you question who you truly are? And could this be what's making you look within yourself, within the reflection? Then your final card, I will pull a few more in a few moments. Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy. So it's about doing things we enjoy, but doing things that you both enjoy to match that energy. working on a relationship, always being aware and acceptance and open to each other's communication and how you both feel. That's why we don't go very well through relationships, because there's lack of communication, and we just need to be a bit more open with each other. So I'm going to pull 3 more cards, and then that will be the end of the reading. Until next video, which I will be doing a channeler, and also be doing another video next week, which will be Monday or Friday. Yes, you get 4 cards, not 3. 4 cards flew out. So we have another 4 cards. Sexual union. So there are some levels it's going to be very strong, and the connection is going to get deep. It's sexual union under the place in one another, where you are one eternal souls, for there you will find true bliss. So in sexual union, it's about that inner connection. May not necessarily mean in sexual ways, but it certainly means within the connection of spiritual and within the heart as well. Then we have this card. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And whether it's good or bad, whether it's separation or union, the mistakes we learn are the mistakes that change us and help us. And if it truly is a soul connection, they truly will come back. But they will come back at the right time, when the reunion takes place, once we've understood the mistakes we've learned and the appropriate steps to take. And then we have freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So it's about freeing yourself from any obstacles, freeing yourself from attachments again. And then your final card. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is a gateway to the soul. So I hope that helped everyone today. If anyone would like a full in-depth reading, readings are either £10 readings, £15 readings, or £22 mediumship. So if anyone's interested in any of the readings, my number is in one of my videos, but I will say it anyway, 07548 858 999. I think that's right. And if you'd like to subscribe and like, even if you'd like to put a comment, and if anyone would like an in-depth reading, this isn't the only readings I do. So I do a good selection of different kind of readings, like past life, mediumship, angel channeling. Also do healing as well. It's like Reiki healing, a little bit different to most other people's healings, because I invoke the energies and the angels. I have them stand behind me, putting all the energy in me, so I send it to the person, and that becomes more stronger that way. So yeah, if anyone would like to contact me on Facebook, that is Stephen Paul Buck, my name is. Or you can contact me at my email, Stephen, with an S at the end of Stephen, Psychic Readings 101 at gmail.com. Until next video, guys, peace, love and light.